And today we will cover how sponsoring jurisdictions complete and review the rental housing performa. This performa is intended to assist with the but-for test required in Senate Bill 1537 by creating two funding scenarios, one with a MURL grant and one with a higher permanent loan debt. The performa will automatically calculate the needed gap based on the Sources and Uses tab, which will feed into the without the MURL grant scenario. OHCS has included 120% area median income, or AMI, rent limits to assist with setting proposed rents. The General Project tab provides basic high-level information about the project, like the name and physical address. It asks for the number of buildings, the common area square footage, the number of parking spaces, and the type of project. The total number of units, net rental area, and gross building area is calculated based on the unit mix summary. The unit mix summary is very high level, assuming that all units of a specific type are being charged the same rent. Column 1 on this slide is the total number of units of a specific bedroom count. Column 2 is the number of manager units of that unit type, if any. Column 3 is the average square footage of the various units types, and 4 is the proposed rent to be charged. Column 5 will pull 120% AMI rents based on the county and is only a reference column. These rents are provided as a reference only, not as a guarantee or implication that these rents will be achievable in a specific housing market. The Sources and Use tab has two sections. Section 1, the Uses of Funds section. It includes a single total for the acquisition of the land, a single total for the construction or rehab costs, and a breakdown of the development costs. The construction costs must be supported by construction contracts and will be reviewed for feasibility. The service sources section will auto-calculate the gap funding needed based on the funding sources entered. And the permanent debt and subordinate debt amounts will carry over to the operating and debt service tab. And here are where the two scenarios really come into play. The income information will populate based on the unit mix summary on the General Project Information tab. Certain assumptions set for the with MURL scenario will also carry over to the without MURL scenario, like the vacancy rate and expected other income. The manager's unit's rents can be different in each scenario if the developer so wants. The expenses data, however, does not carry over between the two scenarios. The developer should fill out the expenses as it will be expected if they are given a MURL grant and one without a MURL grant. The debt service analysis section at the bottom of this tab assumes that if there were no MURL funds, the primary loan would have to be increased to cover the gap amount. These different debt service analyses will go deeper on the cash flow tabs. The final cash flow tabs have inflation factors that can be set on the with MURL tab that will then flow over to the without MURL tab. Once the inflation factors are set, the cash flow tabs can be compared against each other to determine if this development meets the but-for test. In other words, but for this grant from the sponsoring jurisdiction, this project would not be able to be developed. Sponsoring jurisdictions should feel welcome to share this training and other helpful materials with any developers who have questions about their items. Developers who have questions should first reach out to their sponsoring jurisdictions. If any sponsoring jurisdictions have questions, you can email the Merle team at merle@hcs.oregon.gov or visit OHCS's webpage to review the manual and our frequently asked questions. Thank you for your time, and we do look forward to working with you.